Hi, everybody. Hello. My name is Natalie. This is Natalie Levin Astrology. Thank you so much to those of you who are new to me. So happy to be with you all. It is 12:12 p.m. on December 24th, 2023 on the East Coast of the United States. Here are some things I want to say to you. I want to say when I am telling you about the astrology, please keep in mind that I'm seeing it through the veil of my experience in this lifetime. So if it doesn't match for you, let me know, or that doesn't really work. So let me know. You can tell me. You can say this matches, I don't actually, or that doesn't fit at all. I also invite you to know that I sell gift certificates. I I actually could work with some people today. It's Christmas Eve day. I could work with some people Christmas Day. And I could work with some people on the 26th if that calls you, and maybe even the 27th, actually. So if you'd like to work with me privately, please reach out. If you don't want to hear about my offerings right now, fast forward a bit in this video. And I'd like to also let you know that I have a Patreon page. It's Natalie Levin Astrology. I'll post the link to it underneath this video in YouTube. What else do I want to tell you? If you want to work with me more long term, I have a really fabulous way to work with me long term, which is you and I together in a place where we can do voice memos. So I like Voxer. You can also use any other thing where voice memos go back and forth, and you leave me voice memos, I leave you voice memos about your chart, about the people who are around you, their charts. If you want me to sing to you to help clear, no, let me say it this way. For me to sing to you and infuse my voice with healing energy, I can do that. Um, and I also do teach yoga, and I do have a class tomorrow, which is Christmas morning, and the 26th at 10 a.m. that I'm teaching. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And what else do I want to tell you? I think that's it for now. Um, oh yeah, so the working back and forth in voice memo is really super fun, and we can do that I can do a week of that for 444. I can do a month for $1,111, and it's like having me in your pocket to work with you. So that's really, really can feel helpful. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second. All right, I want to tell you all about this the next like 3 or 4 days of December. So today's the 24th. And I invite you to remember, first of all, the moon's in Gemini. And the Gemini moon is a lot of information, a lot of data. There might be a lot of your mind. I notice that I'm speaking more quickly right now. So I'm going to invite myself, and this might be something that you want to do too. An invitation to slow down, even the pacing of your words. That's something you might want to try. And if you are talking to people this during the next 3 days. Um, we're having a buildup right now to a full moon in Cancer that is happening on the 26th. In addition to that full moon in Cancer, we are also having Chiron slowing down to station. And Chiron is in Aries. Chiron in Aries, which I have natally, I'm going to go tell you what time exactly it's stationing. Chiron is stationing at 10 p.m. on the 26th. And then, oh no, yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the full moon in Cancer is at 7:33 p.m. on the 26th, and the Chiron is stationing to be direct at 10 p.m. So here's this moment right now in which we are building up and building up and building up to, it feels very, um, here's the imagery that's coming up for me. I am very young. The places in me that feel like they are yelling, "What about me? What about me? I need attention. This part of me needs attention. How can I get what I need?" I I'm feeling it can feel very basic, like, "Oh, I need to get this kind of food for myself," or "How do I get some alone time?" Which is not, for a lot of people in the holiday time, that doesn't happen very much, or it happens and you're not necessarily wanting it. So it's, how am I able to get alone time for myself? Or how am I able to, it feels like a really burning, fiery, young part of oneself that is up as these next few days are happening, mixed with the full moon in Cancer, and Cancer, the moon loves being in Cancer. And she is made even bigger and more, it feels like there's an opportunity for us collectively. This is the energy that's landing for all of us collectively, to possibly find some expansion in our heart area, because Jupiter, which is also slowing down, Jupiter, which is also slowing down to station on December 30th. Jupiter is in Taurus, and Jupiter and the moon on December 26th will be having it's called a sextile, so a very lovely conversation happening. So there is an invitation. Oh, can I possibly lean into feeling expansive in my most tender parts, feeling my emotional realms having more access to care and tenderness for myself and others? If I'm feeling extra sensitive, can I take some big breaths and allow some space around this? Instead of having a tantrum in the youngest part of me. Like, if you have a 2-year-old around you and that 2-year-old has a tantrum, that is appropriate. However, if you are the one having the tantrum and you're like 35, it's possible that the emotion is not matching the situation. For what the astrology is right now, I want to invite you to know that that could be coming up. So it's possible that you're having a really big emotion, and the invitation is to remember that if it's hysterical, is probably historical. If it's hysterical, it's probably historical. Notice if you have some big feelings and emotions, if the way you think things are supposed to go in the next few days, are not going the way you think they're supposed to go. If that happens, and we do have the sun in Capricorn right now, and Capricorn sun likes, like, we collectively are feeling Capricornian energies right now. And there is this invitation when the sun's in Capricorn that there is a certain way for things to go. However, we also are being invited to stay loose with that expectation, because with the astrology right now, I also wouldn't be surprised if it just does not work out the way we're expecting. We have Mars and Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius. It can be also with Mercury in Sagittarius. I invite you to watch for you or other people speaking very bluntly, and they feel like they're speaking truth, but for you it lands as an insult or it's painful. That is Mercury in Sagittarius. The astrology doesn't I don't I don't look at it as this is an excuse for someone's behavior, because free will and love trump astrology. But what I can say is there's like, oh, you said, oh, wow, you just said, you know, my shirt is like something like, oh, wow, I guess you decided not to iron your shirt. Like it could come out that way. And in my mind, I might think, oh, wow, okay, that person, this Mercury's in Sagittarius, that person doesn't have the most access to couth right now. So that might be coming up as well. Um, Also keeping in mind that the holiday time in general is a time when people's youngest parts get very activated and can be very up. If you happen to be around children and you're doing holiday things, also I invite you to remember that the anticipation that children are it's invited to hold during the holiday times is quite a lot. It's very hard for adults, for a lot of adults to hold. Oh my gosh, this is coming. So excited. It's hard to hold that for a lot of adults. So can you give a lot of space and grace to if there are children in your life um, who who have meltdowns? And if you feel like you're going to have a meltdown, can you go and is there even like 5 minutes alone time that you can take for yourself? And if you happen to be alone right now, is there anywhere that you could, I mean, I am a, I do have, I like to go out and be among people. I do. And I also like to go and be alone. But maybe there's like, I'm going to take a walk today and be out among other people. Maybe there's that coming up in the next 3 days, December 24th, 25th, 26th. All of that is coming up for me as I'm looking at the charts that we're going to be dancing with. I have a little bit of a stuffed nose right now. And also keep in mind that we are moving towards Mercury, which is how our minds work and how we communicate, um, being in a square with Neptune. So what comes over me around that is, first of all, my personal invitation is to watch for over drinking, over drugging, because, and if you happen to know you're going to be using some sort of substances in the next few days, I would invite you to have a designated driver. And also, if you're driving, be aware and alert that people on the road could be under the influence. So I would stay alert. Neptune can be fog, confusion, addiction, and Mercury is how our minds work. And when there's a square, um, it's me having foggy brain. So that's also up for me. I wonder how this lands with you. I invite Easy Does It. I am thinking of you all so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I do not take it for granted, and I'm so happy you're here with me. Okay, take good care. NatalieLevinAstrology.com.